I can't meditate. I don't have the time. It's too hard to sit still. My mind is racing like a pack of wild animals. Have you tried to meditate daily and failed? Welcome to the club, especially with social media that keeps us glued and addicted to our devices. How can I start to bring my attention back to the present? Well, I want to share something with you that has helped me. It's a gateway to more mindfulness and meditation. I call it mindful meals. I first heard of this idea from the very famous monk Thich Nhat Hanh many years ago when he wrote in one of his books that you should taste the sunshine, water, and earth in every bite. How beautiful is that? When you eat, don't do anything else, just eat. Thich Nhat Hanh calls this mindful eating. In fact, he's written a whole book about it. But I want to share with you my typical routine. The food arrives. I put my phone aside, out of sight. I take a deep breath and pause. And I thank God, the universe, luck, whatever. I thank it for this meal. It could be my last one. Then I try to be really present with my food. I look at it. How is it presented? What do I smell? What's the texture in my mouth? How would I describe the taste to someone else? What elements are combining to explode in flavor? What does the food sound like? And what bodily sensation does the food give me? Does the drink give me? How do my surroundings affect my experience? So I try, first of all, to be present with the action of eating and really engage my five senses. Go through each of them. Then I imagine the life cycle of the food in front of me. Where did each piece of food come from? What did it look like before it was picked, cut, and cooked? How long did this single piece of food take to grow? And how much sun, soil, and water and loving care did it take to produce? Where will the food go after you eat it as well? Both the food you eat and the food you don't eat. After imagining the life cycle of my food, I try to think about the journey of how that food arrived on this plate right in front of me. I imagine all the hands that touched my food, and I'm probably missing some here. The farmers, the packagers, the drivers, the buyers, the food washers, the cooks, the waiters, this long chain of hands all laboring for me, all laboring so I can enjoy this one meal. This food is crossing oceans. It's flying halfway around the world for me. Wow. Then sometimes I like to imagine the history of the food. Like, who created this dish? How many iterations did it take to get this broth just right? Whose culinary art and culture do I benefit from? Like, no big deal. Lots of these recipes have been passed down through generations. Who has dedicated their life energy to making this meal for me? Then I count my blessings. How many people are hungry right now? Or maybe they're 10 kilometers away from the nearest source of clean water. Maybe they're forced to skip lunch or to hurry through it and finish within 5 minutes. I reflect on how blessed I am to have the time, money, and this safe space to enjoy each bite and sip. And then I think, with so many blessings that I have, and as one of the lucky ones on this earth, how can I be useful? All this sunshine and soil and water, all the right conditions for a productive season and a harvest, all the invisible labor, all those well-worn hands that each piece of food has passed through, all of this. What am I going to do with this blessing of food and nutrition? Am I going to scroll through another meal or not even taste what I eat? All this magic of food growing from the earth and all this good fortune of food flying through the air, just so I can mindlessly text and worry about this, that, and the other while this bowl of noodles sits in front of me? Or can I just, for 10, 15 minutes, for 20 minutes, can I be still? Can I be grateful? Can I be present? Can I stop time traveling? Can I stop thinking about the past and worrying about the future and just be present with my food and enjoy the meal? Enjoy this one meal. Enjoy this one life. And how can I live my best life because I've been so fortunate and benefit others today? If you're having trouble meditating or just being present, just being mindful about what you're doing throughout the course of the day, use your eating times to anchor yourself to the present. If you're intermittent fasting, maybe that's 1 time a day. For me, it's 3 times a day. But we need to stop time traveling, and we need to bring our attention to our food and to enjoy the blessings we have. Even if you eat your food super fast, you're going to get 15, 20 minutes of intense presence a day. This can be the gateway daily practice, which will leave you more mindful, more grateful, and more connected to the larger world and your purpose. It definitely has helped me. If you want to start with an easy exercise, here's a few. Exercise 1, start easy. Just put your phone away during your meal and simply count the number of times you take out your phone to check or do something during the course of the meal. How many times you just have an impulse to text someone or to check something or to check social media. Just count the number of times during a meal. The second exercise, which you can do, is to just bring your attention back to your food, its taste, its color, its origins. I go through this 6 or 7 step process, but even to bring it back to step number 1, which is being present with your food and engaging your 5 senses, just noticing what's going through your mind, what you're tasting, is an amazing exercise to realize how much of a monkey mind you have. So when you feel your mind wander to work, relationships, or to-dos, that's okay. Just bring your attention back to your food and go through the cycle of steps I mentioned and see if you can get to the count your blessings stage. And it's inevitable that you just see life as so beautiful when you realize how much has happened, how lucky you are, how many people are working so hard just so you can enjoy one meal. And I want to end this short talk about mindful meals with a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. This food is the gift of the whole universe. The earth, the sun, the sky, the stars, and the hard and loving work of numerous beings. May we eat with mindfulness and gratitude so as to enjoy every bite. Thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, please press subscribe and leave us a review on your podcast app. It helps more people discover this show. Also, you can find all the show notes and links mentioned in this episode at upstartist.tv/ASE. That's ASE. Hope to see you there.